I'm ready when you guys are. Whoa, he did a countdown and didn't tell me he was counting down, and now we're back. Hi, I'm your host, Matt Gleason. This is Modern Art Blitz, that show you've heard so much about. We stream every Sunday live at 5 p.m. on Dronebox.com. It's a website. We're archived on YouTube.com. That's also a website. You got to check it out. I think they're going to go places. And of course, we have the modernartblitz.com website where you can see a host of our archives. We've had almost 100. We're closing in on 140 guests.
Wow.
Very soon we will have our 140th guest. Soon. You're in the 130s.
Yeah.
My guests now, say that 10 times really fast before you go, what's wrong with the way he's saying it? My guests right now, an artist and a musician.
Composer.
A composer! Ho, pardon moi. How about this, a painter? We'll debate if you're an artist or a painter. A painter and a composer.
Thank you.
Sorry about that. Bobbie Moline-Kramer and Geoff Levin. Thanks for being on the show, guys.
Yeah,
Thank you for having us.
All right, now, what's unique here is, Geoff, you're composing music
Yeah,
to Bobbie's paintings.
exactly. That was,
I knew I'd get something right this episode.
no, you did.
You're perfectly right.
So, we're looking at a painting. Is there music that goes with this?
Oh, great. No, we won't hear it.
We won't hear it.
They will.
They will pipe it in.
Yeah, I was told that they did.
All right. Does it have a disco beat? Tell me, describe the music.
No.
What is this based on?
It's really based on looking at the painting and then doing whatever I think is appropriate.
Bobbie, do you let him look at the painting while you're working on it, or do you wait till the end?
Ooh, that's always, you have to have a lot of trust to let people do that because they can't help themselves from input.
No sneaking in the studio, folks.
That's right, not mine.
You got a lock, a beep. The curtain goes down.
No, I have an intimidating manner. That's
You're Bobbie Moline-Kramer.
Yes, I am.
So let's look at the painting and enjoy the music.
Yeah.
Tell me about the painting, Bobbie.
The whole series is called American Shunga. And it's based on the Japanese shunga, which were 16th, 17th century sex manuals.
Oh, hey, like the Kama Sutra, but the Kama Shunga.
Well, these were also educational, which is even more fun.
Educational?
Yes, they were given as presents to brides.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
By the way, look what you got into. Oh, geez.
Not that.
Yeah.
And they also are wonderful because they don't take themselves that seriously.
Oh, it's comedy.
There's an element of humor in them.
So what you're saying is you actually have fun painting these.
I do have fun. Well,
The most fun you can have without it laughing was what
I think the hardest part is if we're actually posing for one of the paintings, the positioning is not that much fun.
Oh,
no,
geez.
it's not.
Okay.
And these, we do pose for these.
Okay. What do you use a camera? How do you?
Selfies.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Selfies?
Yeah.
Okay. And that inspires some of the line work then, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And why, may I ask, is it minimal because it's in the style of the shunga, or why so minimal?
Partly because I want the idea to read very fast. They are quite textured. I don't know whether that's showing up as much. I also want very much for people the black outline that happened, because the shunga were done as woodcuts.
Ah.
And so you had this black outline, and then the color was overlaid on top of that. So that's part of it.
Oh, okay. Wow. So
and I want the idea to read really fast.
Okay, and these books, they were like woodblock printed, or
yes, absolutely.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
And what era was shunga?
Edo period in the Japanese, and all of those artists that were very famous during that time also did these.
They all did shungas.
Oh yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and how much could you get a shunga on eBay, you think?
I think you could, but I think you're going to pay an arm and a leg.
Oh, so
for it.
there's a decent
Yeah,
price.
yeah, they're very
Okay.
expensive because they're now, they're not outlawed in Japan, they're just frowned upon.
Oh, really?
Well, they adopted all of our Western sensibilities.
Oh, so like so now a Japanese bride doesn't, as a present, doesn't get a link to an internet porn site.
No, and they're not porn anyway.
Oh, no.
They're more based, if you look at it in Western culture, they're based on Jungian theory.
Ah.
That if you are restricted, hung up in one area,
Oh boy. Ah.
all three areas get blown out.
SOML, story of my life.
Yeah,
So
okay.
let's look at some more. Now, is there a title to this particular piece?
Fugiga, which the Japanese have a history of taking the body and putting it into a landscape type of setting so that the body itself becomes part of the landscape.
Okay.
And that's partly what you're looking at here.
And how big a piece is this? Is this life size?
A little bit. It's about 3 foot by 2 foot.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And oil paint, acrylic paint?
No, actually, it's pencil.
This is pencil on panel, on paper?
Pencil on paper.
Now, mimicking the shunga.
Exactly right.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is new work, right?
This is brand new work. Yeah,
Okay.
because
Okay, like
Yeah.
it goes back. Now, I met you a couple of years ago, and you had a show at Red Pipe Gallery.
right,
And the show had it featured monkeys that are in Japan, right?
correct.
So you are definitely a lover of Japanese culture, right?
Very much so.
And have you been to Japan?
Quite a few times.
Oh, quite a few times.
Mm-hmm.
And what's your favorite place to go?
Kyoto.
Kyoto?
Yeah, there's not, for me, Tokyo is a massive city, of course. Kyoto is the spiritual center of Japan. And plus they have the monkeys.
Gotta love the monkeys.
Gotta love the monkeys.
Well, Red Pipe, just talking about that, I got introduced to Bobbie pretty much in her monkey period.
Okay.
And so when she said she was doing the Red Pipe show, I said, well, let me see if we can put an environment, a musical environment to it.
So her monkey paintings were the first things that
First
inspired
things
you
that I did,
to
yeah.
try this collaboration.
Yeah, well, no, I was trying to, when I was dating her, that's what,
Ah, okay.
you know, it's that kind of thing, oh, I'm going to impress her with,
Looks like it worked.
It did work.
the work.
And then he moved in.
But that painting was in the Red Pipe show, and it was the first thing I ever did for Bobbie. And
Do you consider it a success?
yeah.
You guys had a good time with that?
Yeah, we
It
had
was
Well,
a great show.
yeah, great
What I
show.
love about it, and I won't get into it and, you know, take a lot of time, I write commercially. So I've written for TV, for film, for corporate, for commercials. And in every case, you're told what to do almost all the time.
Commercial artist, same thing.
Yeah.
And
In this one, I looked at it and I was just inspired. It
but
was
do you
like-
think maybe the monkey was telling you what to do?
No, when I did the monkey ones, yes. Because I went online, looked at these amazing snow monkeys, and I started making instruments is what I did.
You made instruments
For the show, for your
specifically for the show.
Yeah.
Wow,
for
wow,
the
wow.
And I was getting all these sounds that I've heard similar, but they were my sounds. I think that's the thing, and they were sounds for Bobbie's paintings.
For the monkeys. Well, tell him where it led, though. He started this because he was inspired by the paintings, and then we went to go.
I submitted to a major publisher, APM. They're huge.
They're massive, yeah.
Huge international, and I submitted 10 different albums that were basically done, and I just kind of threw the Red Pipe album.
He said, "Do you think we should put this in?" I went, "Yeah, do it."
Why not?
Okay.
And of all the albums, what they picked, Edwina Travis Chin is the music director there. She's very experienced, and they've heard it all, basically. They've heard everything, so I'm not giving them anything necessarily that's innovative or new, this one album is the album they picked out of the 10 different albums.
The Red Pipe.
I shouldn't be surprised that in the gallery business we think we've seen it all, then something comes along. So here in the
That's it.
music business, they've heard it all, and yet boom.
And it's been such a pleasure to do that album for
Now, did you
them.
have to build a new, did you have to invent an instrument to make these sounds?
Some of them I did. One of them was a piece of wood that I saw in Santa Monica that was sitting on the side of the road, and I said that could make an interesting instrument.
Wow.
And I bent it, took nylon, and created this bass sound.
Wow.
And I said no basses sound like this.
Really?
So and then I built a kalimba. They're called a kalimba, an African instrument, the
Okay.
thumb instrument. Everybody's seen it. I went online and took, and they gave instructions how to do home instruments. I took bobby pins and a water bottle, taped them on there, and created this frog sound.
Professional musicians these
Hey!
days, only the highest caliber equipment.
And it sounds like a frog.
Oh.
It sounds like a musical frog.
A musical frog.
Right.
Yes.
So the point of this was that I had freedom based on art. In other words, I wasn't doing it for money. I was doing it because there's someone who's dedicated to creating art, and all I had to do, or what I had to do, was come from here and create my art.
Is that where you create your art too from?
Absolutely.
Not the eye, not the brain, the heart.
No, it's from the heart.
It is a pursuit of love.
Absolutely. I mean, I came out of the commercial field. So I knew easily what would sell, what wouldn't sell. It has always been what I love and what I want to do.
Great. Because
yeah.
Commercial, they tell you what to do. You go home at night, no one's telling you what to do.
No, and I love it. I mean, I did the last commercial job in 2006.
That was it?
That was it.
We're done.
We're done.
What are we looking at here?
This is another piece that is based on the idea of the human figure going into and being part of the landscape.
Wow.
And you can see how that happens, and sometimes it'll take a couple of minutes to see exactly what
I think I
you're
see a
looking at.
kneecap.
You do.
There's
You
a
do.
kneecap on
That's right.
the far side.
Yeah.
Down, 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 down. Between you two, there's a kneecap. Yes.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Okay. I spotted it.
And again, this is graphite, and there's a peculiar way that I melt the graphite, and it ends up.
You can melt graphite?
Yes, you can melt.
What is the temperature that graphite melts
No,
at?
it's not temperature; it's a solvent.
Oh, you melt it in like a turpentine.
Exactly.
Oh,
right.
okay.
And
okay.
it produces this absolutely total black mark, which I love.
Wow.
I love that.
Dissolve and harden.
Yeah.
Solve et coagula.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Whoa. Got it from you.
So you're an alchemist in addition to an artist.
Well, you have to be if you're an artist.
So every artist has those secrets. You realize that of the thousands of people who are watching this episode right now, there's about 500 that are going, okay, I'm going to the art supply store. I'm going to melt that graphite down. I finally have a solution here. How big is this piece?
This piece is about 30 by 30.
Oh yeah?
Smaller.
Okay. And what kind of paper?
It's archival, and I found out very quick what holds up is architecture. It's architectural paper.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's what they put the blueprints on.
Geez, are they going to make a building out of this?
That would be nice. Let's do
yes.
it. Yeah.
The Shunga Temple in Japan was, oh boy.
Whoa.
So now you have shown art professionally for many years.
Yeah, quite a few years.
We had that great show at Red Pipe. Where are you showing anytime soon?
I am. September I'll be showing in Dallas in Wasp Gallery.
Okay.
And then from there, the other work, the monkeys, are in 4 different either art center or museums across the United States till 2019.
Oh wow, traveling show.
Traveling show.
Great.
Chicago being one of them.
Yeah, well, Chicago is, it goes into the Peggy Notbart Museum.
Okay.
And that's in, I always want to say Lincoln Park, but it's not. It's Freedom Park.
Well,
yeah.
Lincoln, Freedom,
Yeah, whatever.
it's a synonym.
Yeah.
And Jeff, now is your music a part of these shows?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Traveling
with it.
Do the galleries like say, oh, we got to get audio equipment now? Do you have to tell them what kind of audio equipment to use?
Not really. They usually have something, and if you require it, they'll.
They're pretty accommodating.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be super loud, but it needs to be there. I notice that music, especially being a film composer, you can change the location or the time depending on what you put under the picture.
You could have the same song and at different volumes, it actually means different things in a movie.
That's true too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and they're thrilled. I mean, these galleries and museums are thrilled to do this. One of them actually set up so that when you looked at the picture, you could go online and hit the number of the song, and so be listening to the song as you're looking at the painting.
Man. See, my thing with like audio and video in a gallery is always like, how many interns are we going to have to train to like turn this, press this button, and then wait, and then press that button? What I like it was when the artist says, you turn the power on and everything goes on. I'm
That's
like,
it.
I want to work with you. Woohoo! So what are we looking at here?
This is the kiss.
Oh boy. Okay, kids, kids, the Easter Bunny's in the other room now. Run! Wow. Okay, we're getting hot and heavy here. Okay,
Yeah.
No making out on the couch, you two.
No, so it's been fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is more graphite, some paint.
This is also paint. Yeah, this is oil paint.
Oh, okay. And on paper though.
No, this one is actually on a mahogany board.
Nice. Yeah.
So it's 14 by 14 inches.
Wow. Okay. Well, very exciting stuff. I love the fact that you're not satisfied with your mastery of paint, that you're still experimenting. It's obviously great for the relationship. You never had a big argument over, I don't like that song with that painting. Did you ever know that?
What I was going to say is, it's the one area she doesn't tell me what to do.
That's it, exactly.
Okay.
I have one sanctuary area.
I was going to say, because who do you hire a dealer or an art critic as a marriage counselor when that goes wrong? Okay. The one-liners are just coming. Hey, thank you very much for joining us on Modern Art Blitz.
I would like you to show the last piece.
What? We got one more piece? Oh, yikes.
We do.
Is there one more piece? After the kiss?
There it is.
There it is.
Uh-oh. Is this a self-portrait?
This is.
Oh, wow. I see. Oh, geez. Wow. Kids under 17, the Easter Bunny is, okay. Woo. Wow.
That's why I wanted you to show.
And how big is this one?
This one is about 2 foot by 2.5 feet, 3 feet.
Little smaller than life size.
Yeah.
Wow. Geez. Okay. So this has been Modern Art Fantasy. And well, thanks again for being on the show.
Yeah.
And we'll be back right after this.